Hi, and welcome to the end of week 5 of English 1302. A couple of corrections to go over with you real quick. First of all, and my apologies for the confusion, beginning of the semester is always a chaotic time, but there's no excuse. On your syllabus, I accidentally left off spring break. I know, of all the things to forget. But I have corrected the syllabus and changed a few due dates and reposted it. So if you go to the module called Syllabus and Welcome, click on the first link, the syllabus, it will have the corrected version up there. What we're mostly looking at is page 6, which of course is the week of, page 7, which is week 9, which should be spring break. Anyway, it's there now. You now officially have a spring break in this class, so congratulations, use your time wisely. I'm also just about to post up for you your R2 Research 2 assignment sheet. This one's a little different. This one's going to be a literary research paper. What I'd like you to do is read the short story called Barn Burning by William Faulkner. I'll post the link for that as well. Just read it carefully, highlight it, look for important factors, and then select one of the vocabulary words off of short story vocabulary. I'm trying to see which camera is I'm looking at here. Pick one of the vocabulary words and then use it to interpret the story. Now, you're going to have to do a little more research than this. I want you to find 2 additional sources. Not hard to do. If you'll use a source called Google Scholar, googlescholar.com, google.com/scholar, and then just type in barn burning and setting, or barn burning and foil, or barn burning and character. I did it a couple times last night. There's at least 2,000 sources out there. You just have to pick the 2 that you like. And again, a short quote from each source. Now, it's the same length. The paper's going to be the same length, 700 to 1,000 words, so 2.5, 3 pages. Most of you will have 3 body paragraphs. That's great. And so you'll have to have 3 short quotes. So choose 2 quotes from one of your sources and 1 quote from another source, and then build a body paragraph around that. Now, you can do this assignment any way you want to. But if you've never done a research paper, literary research paper before, let me recommend a couple. First of all, the setting is just fascinating. Faulkner really uses the setting of the Deep South and the time in which it's written. It's like Miss Emily, immediately following the American Civil War, and a time of chaos and confusion and lots of angst and lots of angry feelings, and you'll see that come out in the story. And so setting would be a very easy one to work with. The other one, this story falls into a category of stories, a subgenre called coming of age. The main character, Sardi, grows up during the course of the short story. He's fairly young. I think he's 9 years old. But he grows up at the very end of the short story. He becomes a man because he chooses to do the right thing, a matter of conscience. So anyway, so either talk about characters and specify one of the characters, and you could talk about the father. Abner Snopes is fascinating. His brother's in there. He's got 2 sisters. His mother's there. Major Despain. There's a whole laundry list of characters you could work with, but I would probably choose character and Sardi, and you'll find lots to write about. Okay, now I have pushed this back so that it's due on Sunday, March the 16th. And I know what you're thinking, well, that's the Sunday right before spring break. Yes, it is. It is the Sunday, let's see, which Sunday is it? Sunday at the end of week 8, and it's the Sunday right before spring break. Now, if you want to begin your spring break early, say the Friday before, that's fine with me. Just get your work done before your spring break begins. If you're going to go out of town or whatever, you have from now, today is February the 14th. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Today is February 14th. You have until March the 16th, so you have just a little bit over a month, and it won't take that long. So if you've got big vacation plans, or you're hoping to have big spring break plans, or you just don't want to have to worry about it right before spring break, get it done, get it out of the way, get it turned in. I will open up the app, probably one day next week. We'll be using the same Turn It In app on Blackboard that we used in the past. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the reading assignments for this week. Rose for Emily, another William Faulkner short story, and Hills Like White Elephants. By the way, in case you didn't read the story carefully, it's about abortion. Next week, we have two stories, Cask of Amontillado by everybody's favorite Edgar Allan Poe, who, by the way, gives us our definition of a short story. Our definition of a short story is any piece of writing that can be consumed in one sitting. If you can sit down and read it carefully, understand it, fully consume it, before you have to stand up and go get a drink of water, go to the bathroom, then that's considered a short story. And The Shroud fits very nicely into that category. The Shroud is very short. We use it because to show that you don't have to have a lot of volume, a lot of bulk, to meet the qualifications of a short story. It has an antagonist, it has a protagonist, it has setting, style, tone, all that kind of stuff. Now, not a lot of symbolism, irony, a lot of the subtext, but you got everything there you basically need, and it really creates good class discussion. I hope you enjoy it. Be sure to read it through 2 or 3 times. Then that's week 6. Week 7, oh, you're gonna like week 7. We have 2 really cool short stories. One's called A&P by John Updike, another coming of age story, and it's about a young man, Sammy, who grows up, although he's 19 years old, and because of these 3 girls. The ones who walk away from Omelas. Imagine living in a utopia, a perfect place, and you decide to leave it because of one problem. We'll talk some more about that later, but it's another fascinating short story. And then Jury of Her Peers and The Jewelry, the story of an hour, and Yellow Wallpaper, all fascinating short stories. I think you'll really enjoy them. All right, let me know if you have any questions at all, and I look forward to hearing from you, and good luck.